I've got one more. My brain's going to explode. Hello everybody, welcome back. If you haven't been here before, my name is Debbie and I read a lot of books for Series Sunday. One of the series that I have been reading is the Frieda Klein series by Nicci French. I've done Sunday morning coming down. It did not take me long to read this at all. This is bigger than the rest of them, than the books that I've already bought. I'll just take the dust jacket off. Just got a nice plain black with the silver foil on the side, and then you've got the dust jacket of the woman in yellow running by the canal. Yeah, let's read that blurb for you. Psychotherapist Frieda Klein's home is her refuge until she finds it has become a crime scene. Beneath the floorboards, the police had discovered the body of a man she had hired to help her. The message from the killer is clear: you're mine. Except that the man Frieda believes has sent it is supposed to be dead, and then the people closest to Frieda are targeted. As the attacks increase in frequency and boldness, Frieda must find a way to stop whoever is threatening her friends and family, or her love and loyalty could come at a fatal cost. We're getting there in regards to Dean Reed. This is the book that makes people realise that Dean is not dead. The wrong twin is dead. And this is the book where people believe Frieda. This is the book where we are leading up to that final showdown. But you do also have another killer in this who is mimicking Dean. Somebody who's obsessed with Frieda in a way. He's inserted himself into it all.
Inserts himself where?
And, oh my god, when you start getting from his point of view and you realise why he's doing it and you just want to slap him. Oh my goodness. But yeah, in this one, all of Frieda's family and friends are targeted. Her niece is targeted. Her work friends are targeted. Friends of her nieces are targeted. And so Frieda is getting to that point where she is running out. She's running out of steam, and she knows that this final showdown's coming. She knows it. When you find out who's messing with her, and there's a point, I don't want to spoil too much for people who are still catching up, but there's a message from Dean that comes through somebody else, which is kind of goes along the idea of the kids are interrupting the adults, and it's in reference to the second killer. Just like, this person is getting in the way, you know, let the adults get on with it, let the adults play, essentially. And that's a message from Dean, and so I think that's what the next book is going to be. I think the next book is going to be Dean literally comes out to play, because he has been these, as I've referred to him throughout all of these books, he has been Frieda's kind of dark guardian angel in a way, hovering over her at all times and helping her in ways when he shouldn't be. The idea of these crime cases that aren't getting solved, and he decides to take it upon himself to interfere with things that he thinks that Frieda needs help with. It's a very, very interesting relationship that's been painted between Frieda and Dean, and I wonder if the psychology of that is going to be delved into a little bit more in the final book, which is Day of the Dead? Yes, Day of the Dead. It is on my bedside table there, along with The Apartment Upstairs by Leslie Cara, which I'm about 50 pages into. Very looking forward to getting through that book, because that's interesting, but I also just want to finish this. I just want to finish this now, because it is so good. I completely understand why Jane Campbell couldn't stop talking about this book, which is how it got on my radar in the first place. The rest of the series, after reading the Blue Monday one, I then didn't read any of it for quite a while, and then I was binge watching Jane Campbell, and she kept mentioning this series, and it was just like, I've read that first book, what happened to it? And then it was just like, Jane Campbell, you're still talking about it. And it's just like, fine, I'll read it. She's not talking to me directly, she just enjoyed it, but the fact is, the more she talked about it, the more it's just like, okay, I need to read it, because I've read other Nicci French books, and I've been very, very enjoying the other books. And I think there's a new detective one. There's Charlotte Salter or something. I've seen it, and then there's another one as well. And yeah, I'm intrigued by the new series as well. I mean, at the back it says Nicci French is undeniably at the top of British psychological suspense writing, and it's so true. It is so addictive. It just, because this is the one where everything is coming down. Somebody who helped her in the last book is found under her floorboards. This is people that she is working with. People who she thought would be safe are now being targeted. And so she's trying to protect them. And she's realising that Dean is trying to protect her in a way as well. And it's a very eerie, weird relationship that, as I said, I'm wondering how far that relationship is going to be looked into in the final book with that final showdown, as it were. Yeah. I'm being very... just because of where we are in the story and the fact that the next one is the last one. This was edge of my seat. Could not put it down, didn't want to put it down. Reading it so quickly to the point where I found out that I could read 100 pages in 40 minutes, and then I looked it up and the internet was saying people should be able to comprehend what they're reading if they're reading at that speed. It was just like, no, I was full on comprehending. I had a full movie playing out in my head as I was reading these words. I will say though, for the size of the book though, it has got quite big print, so that probably has something to do with the speed I was reading it. And I feel like the spacing is fairly good, because it's like, if this was small writing, it would take a little bit more, but at the same time, I do have fairly good eyesight, so it wouldn't be too much of a strain. But I think the size of the type of the lettering probably has to do with how quickly I was reading it as well. But also it's the fact that the chapters are never like really long chapters. They're big. Like, there are some that are a little bit longer. I'm pretty sure it never goes longer than about 8 pages a chapter. It's the point when you start seeing from the killer's point of view, and so you know who it is, and you're trying to figure out how he's going to get caught. And the fact that it was relationship to journalism and the idea of a journalist putting them at the centre of the story. The camera just had itself off and I have no idea why. I will also say though that there are also maps included at the beginning and the end of this book. So you've got the River Neckinger there. There's also one at the beginning of, I think it's just, is it the same map? Yeah, it's just the same map both at the beginning and at the end, giving an idea of the walks that Frieda does, and also the hidden river that's been referred to in a couple of the books. I'm just so interested to see where this is going to go now. I just had to reformat. I'm amazed it let me, but it seems to be behaving normally again. But yeah, where was I? Yeah, at this point we have established that everybody is now on Frieda's side, but I'm still wondering if there is some things happening at the top in regards to some people who have there's an extreme dislike of throughout the book, including like Hal Bradshaw and people that don't like Frieda. Wondering if there is some kind of corruption somewhere that Dean is in a way protecting her from. I do wonder if something like that might be happening. We'll see if that's going down the right path or not, but there are some people in power above Frieda who have been angry with her from the start for no apparent reason. So I'm wondering if that has something to do with the way that Dean has been looking after her, in a sense. Yeah, I've got so many theories as to where this is going to go because I have no idea. But yeah, Sunday Morning Coming Down by Nicci French. I am obsessed. I am obsessed. If they got it right, this would be a fantastic mini-series adaptation. Like one book across maybe 6 episodes, maybe 8 at a stretch. Just, I think it could be fascinating. And also, I would want genuine twins to be cast, I think, and I think it could be done in a really clever way. I mean, actually it could be like quite a good performance for one actor to play both twins, considering what happens in the first book. But I think that it could be benefit from having actual identical twins play it. Guess you could never see what happens if they ever plan to adapt it, but I think it could be really cleverly done as a mini-series. So yeah, that's where my thoughts are on it. But yes, so thank you so much for watching and putting up with my memory card issues. I should be having my dinner soon because I am out in about half an hour to sing for my choir tonight. So I've been listening to Hit the Road track on a loop, the Ray Charles version, to really get used to the rhythm, because I mainly listen to the Renee Olmsted version where she changes it up a little bit. So I'm trying to get used to the rhythm of the original song. So especially because it's a bit of a call and response situation in the Ray Charles version, which isn't in the Renee Olmsted version. if you have not heard of Renee Elstead, she was in a sitcom. I think she was even in The Secret Life of an American Teenager, you know, the Shailene Woodley one. And she has a fantastic voice. She's very much like jazz. Did she do a cover of Feeling Good? I know she did of Summertime. Yeah, she's got a few albums and I absolutely adore her. But yeah, so I'm listening to the original version of Hit the Road Jack to get that rhythm right. You didn't need all that. But anyway, so thank you so much for watching. I cannot wait to finish this book, but I think I'll also be really sad that there's not more. But there is a new detective series now with that. Has anyone heard of Charlotte Salter? And then there's another one which has the same detective in it, I think. Yeah, so that'll be interesting. So let's wrap up. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe if you're not already. If you have been reading along with me, please let me know what you think of this and where you think the final book is going to go in regards to that relationship between Dean and Frieda. It's so fascinating to hear other people's thoughts. I love you all. Stay safe. I know we can't held out. Thank you very much. See you next time. Bye.